Hey guys, I am making my fourth video, maybe third, about Tesla. Either way, a lot of videos about Tesla within like this short time period, but it's mainly because they've been in the news so much. So Elon Musk, I mean, he has a hard time keeping off Twitter, which is affecting his stocks directly. So they've been going up and down lately. There was a rumor a while ago that they were going to go private. Eventually they did not, but I feel like that also made stocks sort of fluctuate. And then most recently, you have 7% of workers who were laid off from Tesla because that money is supposed to be used to produce Model 3s that they're behind on. How that's going to work, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see how that pans out. Again, another piece of news before I forget is the fact that the superchargers were briefly a little bit more, they were made a little bit more expensive, and so all the Tesla consumers or Tesla owners flipped out, and eventually they were able to bring it down to the initial price. But there's just so much, like so many little things going wrong, and Tesla is such a new company that they're such a new company where eventually if there's enough issue, it might make them not be what they are today, or what they ideally strive to be, which is one of the top sellers of electric vehicles on the market. Add to that the fact that a lot of other companies from Germany, from Japan, they're all coming out with their own versions of electric vehicles, and they've been in the market for ages, meaning they have much more experience dealing with the market in general. It means that Tesla likely in the next like 5 to 10 years might go down in value. So I mean, those are all, I mean, just a couple of the many issues that Tesla have. And so this video is just going to give you guys a little bit of an insight onto other vehicles that you can purchase that are electric and will do the job just as well, or even better in some cases, than Tesla. So without further ado, let's get to it. So we're going to start off with car number one, which is a Mini E-Countryman. That is being produced in 2019. I believe it's going to be out in the market in 2020, or at least that's a general estimate of when that's going to happen. As far as the price, it's going to be right around the $30,000 to $40,000 range, which is reasonable, which is also where the Tesla Model 3 is right now. As we all know, BMW owns Mini, and so they're going to take the i3 engine, or I guess not engine, the i3 battery, and put that in the Mini Countryman E. So you're going to be getting the same battery, similar range, which is right around 200 miles on a single charge. And the Countryman E is going to be coming out on the 2019-2020, which is right around the 60th anniversary of Mini. So I mean, I feel like that's a general idea of what we'll be getting. As far as the car itself, it's not going to look very much different from the Minis that are on the market today. We have seen prototypes, and I'm not convinced that it's going to look like that. I feel like there've been so many videos that I've made here where it's like, oh my god, I'm looking forward to this certain prototype, I can't wait till it comes out because the actual car is going to look just like it. And I've been disappointed way too many times. I've been disappointed with the Lamborghini Urus, so that's the SUV. It's just like they're not even close as far as the prototype versus the actual car in production. Another car is the Toyota Supra, which, yeah, I'm not a fan of it at all. I mean, as far as specs go, I mean, it's a nice car and all, but that's going to be saved for another video where I'm going to be talking about the Supra. But back to this car, I mean, pretty much for the Mini, you're going to be getting reliability. I mean, it's owned by BMW once again, so they're going to have a lot of materials or a lot of parts from BMW put into the Mini. And I feel like that makes a pretty good segue to car numero dos, which is the BMW i3. So the BMW i3 is also, I mean, as far as specs, I can't even say that we're going to be getting very much different between that and the Mini Countryman E, or the Mini E Countryman, because it's going to be using the exact same battery. So you're going to be getting, again, same range. It's a 20, or was it a 24 or 42 kilowatt hour battery. And so I mean, really what you'd be paying for is just the, I guess, the prestige of a BMW i3 versus having a Mini. And I'm guessing, of course, that there are going to be more expensive options on the BMW i3. It's probably going to be quieter. Well, it's electric. I'm so used to talking about gas-powered cars, but either way, they're all going to be quiet. But I'm guessing there's just going to be more quality in the BMW than in the Mini. So I mean, it's really up to whoever is like really picky about what they want to choose between the BMW and the Mini. Yeah, and so that pretty much does it for the BMW i3. The third car we're going to talk about is the VW ID. So for car number 3, this is actually kind of interesting. So VW is making like a whole sector of their vehicles that are going to be under the ID name. So you're going to have the VW ID Neo, which is what I'm actually going to talk about. But then you also have the BMW ID Crozz, like CROZZ, and then you have the BMW ID Buzz. So there's going to be, I mean, at least from what we know right now, there are going to be those 3 cars that should be in production right around the same time, which is going to be 2020. But I'm specifically going to talk about the BMW ID Neo because that's going to be like a 4-door sedan type vehicle. And I'm sort of comparing it with the Tesla Model 3. And so that's a pretty fair competition for the Model 3. So as far as price, you actually are going to be getting a really cheap car. It's rumored to be around the $30,000 range, which is very decent, which, I mean, assuming they don't go the whole Tesla route and just like jack up the price all of a sudden, that's going to be very reasonable. I can see it selling really well on the market. In addition to that, it's going to have a bigger battery than both the BMW and the Mini, who use the same battery. This one is going to be 50 kilowatt hour battery, and it's going to give you right around the 300 mile range per charge. So you're going to be getting something cheaper, and it's going to get you further. As far as speed, we don't know just yet because there's so little about it that's available on the market. As far as pictures, if you Google them, you're either going to see like prototypes, like 3D modeling, like on a computer, those sort of pictures, or you're going to see cars, pictures of the car where it's all wrapped up for testing. So as far as what it's actually going to look like, I'm going to show you guys, or you guys can actually already see pictures, but all of that is, it's all like hypothetical. There's no specifics on what it'll look like. As far as that goes, I mean, that pretty much wraps up this video. I just tried to make it very straight to the point where I'm just giving you guys a few different options of vehicles. I might do like a part 2 maybe in the next couple of months or maybe next year, where we have more of an idea when at least the VW is going to be coming out, and then when other car manufacturers are going to come out with their version of electric cars to compete with the Tesla Model 3. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's it for now. I'm definitely going to try and keep up with making more consistent videos. I've just been caught up in a lot of stuff, but definitely stay tuned for the next video. And if you made it to the end, definitely subscribe, like the video, share the video, and I'll catch you next time.